So we're getting reaction to a court order which has emerged, and the confusion into how it's been reported today is about the leadership of the APC. And a member, the state chairman of APC in Gombe State, Nafi Bala, and that court order has gotten a lot of interpretation, which Bolaji Abdullahi, the spokesperson of the ADC, is reacting to, say that they like to set the record straight regarding false report currently circulating in the media about the recent ruling of the Federal High Court concerning the leadership of the party. It says there have been misinterpretation of the court order. It says the order was duly signed and issued by Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite, presiding judge, and certified by Kashokpe Kafayat. And that at no point did the order say that the leadership led by the David Mark and Rauf Arabishola should stop functioning as the national chairman and national secretary of the ADC, respectively. Instead, the Honorable Court refused the ex-party application brought by Honorable Nafi Bala Gombe and directed that the matter proceed with due course. The ruling was delivered by Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite on the 4th of September 2025. Since the publication by INEC yesterday showcasing David Mark and some others as the leadership of the ADC yesterday, we got a lot of reaction to what Malam Bolaji Abdullahi says on the program. But so we're getting the other side of the divide in this conversation. I'm being joined on this conversation by the ADC presidential candidate in the 2023 election. Mr. Dumebi Kachikwu is live for us tonight. Thanks so much indeed for joining us.
Thanks for having me once again, Shio.
Yeah. When I asked Malam Bolaji Abdullahi yesterday, he said he's not aware of any court order stopping or after, against the leadership of the ADC. And he said categorically that all your effort and those of you who are against the David Mark leadership are making your efforts in vain, and that you just want to destroy democracy.
Shio, like I say, anytime Bolaji is speaking, Bolaji is a man on the budget, and he has to defend the budget he's collected from people for the publicity of this their vehicle. They do know that they are on borrowed time. Nigerians as a whole know that the David Mark led faction of ADC, that they are on borrowed time. There are several cases in court. What we saw from the INEC chairman yesterday, Mahmoud, was again another irresponsible act from the outgoing chairman of INEC. He's a man who has consistently disobeyed court orders. It's the norm that when you have cases that are in court, that you respect those cases that are in court, and you shouldn't do anything that might affect the outcome of those cases. So knowing that he's a party to several cases in court concerning the ADC, he ought not to have made any pronouncement or taken any action concerning the ADC. But as usual, for an irresponsible person like him, he made a pronouncement. The courts are sitting on our matter with David Mark and co. Next month, and Nigerians will see the rulings after the court sits.
There seems to be some jubilation on your side. There are those who have heard, who called me and said, have you seen the court order? And those who are on your side, those who are your supporters, those who are on this other side of the divide, who are happy. But unfortunately, the court orders seem to have said something different to what they believe. There are those who erroneously thought that the court order says that David Mark, Arabishola, and the rest should not function as the leadership of the party, but the court did not say that. The court is actually saying they should come before it, and the defendant, which is the David Mark, Arabishola, and the rest, should appear before it, and the court refused to issue an ex-parte order against these persons. Why does it look like those of you who are on this side are quick to wanting, those who say they want to help Nigeria and help Nigerians to put a competition to the ruling party in place. And they seem to feel on this side that some of you on the other side have been bought by the APC ruling government.
When you have to look at the antecedents of those who make such accusations, people like Bolaji and those he represents. These are the people who have brought Nigeria to ruin. These are the people who have absolutely nothing to show for their years of leadership. These are people who have entrusted precious responsibility to these people, and they failed woefully. So it's amusing when we see these people say they want to come and rescue Nigeria. Like I said last time I was here, you can't set a house on fire and then say you are the fire brigade who wants to put this fire out. They are the people that are ruining Nigeria. Take every single one of them. They are a bunch of former this, former that, former this, former that. And if they had leadership that we could look to and say, these guys did well for Nigeria, Nigerians today will not be complaining. Nigerians today will not be saying that this country is a failed nation. But the reason why they're saying Nigeria is a failed nation is because these guys all failed. So what are they trying to come and do? Which nation are they trying to rescue? Nation are they destroyed? Absolutely not. These guys are people who cannot stay outside of political office, who don't have anything that they do for a living, and the only thing they need to do is to come back into political office so that they can start feathering their nest again and taking care of their friends and their families. That's all these guys are looking for. They don't have any clue as to what to do with power when they get power, and that's why they failed woefully. And that's why if we make the mistake of letting these guys come near power again, they will further destroy Nigeria.
But I mean, is going to court. Why don't you find other alternatives? Honorable Leke Abejide is in court. You are in court. Nafiu Gombe is in court. And there are a few others. I'm aware of about 5 or 6 cases about the ADC in court. To what end do you guys want to destroy the party, or what? To what end are you fighting this battle?
It's very simple, Sheung. We cannot let people who have destroyed their parties, the PDP, Labour and other parties they are coming from, we can't let them come and destroy this party that we're trying to reform and rebuild. If these guys have any decency, if they have any shame whatsoever, they are coming from parties. What's wrong with the parties they are coming from? Why can't they build those parties? But they're a bunch of shameless people. That's why they come and look at the ADC and say, you know what, we have a tool that we can use. Guess what's happening, Sheung? You know what? Across the country, they've come in and all they are doing is suspending party chairmen at all levels of the party, removing them and putting people they believe they are so-called elites who can only be the front of the party. That these people they met there are not good enough. This is what we are seeing. But like I said, I believe in Nigerian judiciary. I believe that ultimately they will decide the outcome of this case. I have never had any faith in the INEC chairman's ability to do anything concerning this, because it's one of the worst, the biggest mistakes we've made as a country. And I'm glad that he's leaving, but we know that the courts will ultimately decide and we'll see the outcome.
So you are not happy that INEC published those names yesterday?
I didn't expect him to do anything otherwise. I knew that as the INEC chairman was leaving, I knew, excuse my friend, that he was going to give the president a big middle finger, and he was going to do anything to show his displeasure towards the president, and that's what he did. I've said this, I knew that this was what he was going to do, and he did it. Of course, he waited just a few weeks before leaving so he could do it, and then, I mean, of course, no remorse, there's nothing anybody can say to him. He's gone, and again, you will see what, with the politics of Nigeria, I mean, when people have had dealings and have things that they've done, that they are hiding, nobody can say anything to him because they can't afford to expose each other. And so he's done what he's done. But unfortunately, my party, the party of Nigerians who are trying to see how they can repair or rebuild Nigeria, we are the victims here. And when 2 elephants are fighting, the grass is the victim. And we ADC, we are the grass in this case.
You look at it in all ramification. The ADC, led by David Marker, they look a bit more organized, and they're saying that they want to reform the party and make the party the kind of political party everyone will want to join. Don't you think it is time for you to align with them and join forces with them, since you also said you want to reform the party?
Seun, I ask this question again. If you hear that you have a bunch of terrorists who have destroyed Kaduna, they've killed, they kidnapped, and these guys are saying that they are on their way to Abuja, that Mr. Wike is not doing a good job, that they don't like him, that his guy lost his this and that and all that stuff, and they want to come and save Abuja residents, right, from Mr. Wike, what do you look at? Do you look at what these guys did in Kaduna, or do you look at Mr. Wike and what he's doing here in Abuja? Or do you look at the fact and say, are these terrorists, are they the only people who can save Abuja residents from Mr. Wike? Now, my question to you, Seun, are you saying that in a country of over 200 million people, a bunch of geriatrics, a bunch of former this, former that they are the only people who can mount a rescue mission to save Nigerians from the professional politicians we've had for the last 4 decades? Are you saying that my generation, your generation, the generation after us, that they don't have anything worthwhile to offer in service to fatherland? Are you saying that people who have ballooned our debts, who are people who are known worldwide as a bunch of corrupt politicians, who are people who have not provided any infrastructure, that will have nothing to show for it, that our children are dying in hospitals, that our children don't have any proper classrooms, that we don't have any roads with which to travel, that our currency has completely failed, and you're telling that the same people who brought us to this point, that they are the same people who you're telling me are going to save us from themselves?
Are we to expect some saints to come and do the job?
Now, Seun, let me tell you this. I believe that we have Nigerians who have got what it takes to save this country. I tell you what, Seun, we are taking Nigerians for granted. We believe that because Nigerians have kept quiet all this while, that we have a silent majority that we take for granted. But Seun, trust me, soon and very soon, you will see and you will hear from this silent majority. People have had enough of these politicians. People have had enough of these people who feel they can take Nigerians for granted. Because it's the height of arrogance for anybody you see in that lineup to come and say that they are the ones who have what it takes to rescue Nigeria. It's the height of arrogance. But I'm telling you, Seun, you know what? Nepal is child's play compared to what will happen in this country someday if these people don't cease and desist from their reckless actions. I'm
asking, are they sent to fix this country?
Absolutely. We cannot say because we have a bunch of politicians who are corrupt, who have failed in what they said they are going to do, that it means that the remaining Nigerians are failures also. Absolutely not. We have Nigerians who have got what it takes, Seun, and I'm telling you, Seun, watch and see. Time shall come, right, when we will see these people rise and say, enough is enough. Never again. We'll never have this kind of people say they want to rule us again. We can fool people for just a short time, but we cannot fool them all the time. You will see what's going to happen in this country very soon.
So you are saying to Nigerians that do not take the Rotimi Amechi, the David Mark, the Aregbesola, the Peter Obi of this world seriously.
I am saying to
the Atiku Abubakar.
I am saying to Nigerians that look at our history in the last 30 years. And the names you've mentioned are the names they've had in the last 30 years. Look at the state of our nation today. Look at the fact that the middle class of Nigeria has jackpot and left Nigeria. We don't have doctors in our hospitals. We don't have nurses. We don't have teachers. We don't have bankers. Everyone is trying to leave Nigeria legally and illegally. Because the same people you mentioned have ruled Nigeria for the last 30 years, Seun. For the last 30 years. And so, Seun, when you say to me, before all Nigerians, that these are the people who want to rescue us from themselves, I laugh in Latin, Seun. I laugh in Latin. They have nothing, absolutely nothing to offer Nigerians.
So where do we turn?
Now, I say to Nigerians, we can't keep on mourning and bemoaning our fate. Patriotism demands that instead of that beer parlor gossip and complaints, the time has come for us to man up, to stand up, to face the Herculean challenges before us as a people. Rather than complaining in your house, it's time for you to look for a credible party, join that party, and run for office. Offer yourself, because when you don't offer yourself, these people are the only people that continue to make themselves available because you don't want to stain yourself. Sometimes you might have to stain yourself, like what's happening now, because I never saw myself as being the person who will sit here and be having this kind of irrelevant, irresponsible conversations about these politicians. But it's something I just said to myself, how long can I continue? My father bequeathed a nation to me that didn't work. Should I bequeath such a nation to my children? For how long do we continue complaining without doing something about it? That's why I ran for office. That's why I'm running for office. And that's why I'm encouraging all young men and women out there who are patriotic, who have a patriotic fervor in them, to man up and run for office. Don't believe that these people are the only people who have something to offer this country. Let me tell you, Nigerians, do you know how you can identify who these people really are? In the last 1 year, since they started talking 2027, you've heard them say everything wrong with this country. You heard them say everything that this president has not done right, or could have done better. But you will never hear these men and women tell you what they will do in any area that's not working in Nigeria. That's what you never hear them do. Because they are a bunch of professional politicians who have nothing to offer. But you never hear them say this is their solution for our infrastructure deficits, our economic problems, our socio-cultural issues, or any issue whatsoever you're talking about. You will never hear these guys offer any solution whatsoever. But what they are good at doing, Shehu, is always saying stuff like, this person is not doing this, this person has failed this. Also say, oh, or anytime we come against them, they'll say, oh yes, he's been bought by the president. APC has paid him off. And I said to these people, you look at me and look at these people. I have a 9 to 5 that I go to every single day. These are people, all they do in their houses from morning till night is to drink tea and plan how to hijack government. They don't have a 9 to 5. They have absolutely nothing they are doing.
But are you taking away the argument? They argue that they want to give Nigerians alternative, and they want to sell those alternatives. It's left to Nigerians to now say they believe or they do not. They are saying that with the stage
they should
of
take their alternative to PDP, Shehu.
Yeah, but some of them left the PDP. They are saying that the state of the country demands that some Nigerians who have seen it all should stand up before the things go more awry, and that the fact that we are in a dangerous path. Those are the narratives that they have established in the whole conversation.
Shehu, these guys should stay in their party, the PDP or any other party they are coming from. If they want to rescue Nigeria, they should rescue Nigeria from that party. But you don't destroy your party and come to a party where young Nigerians, where ordinary Nigerians are trying to see what they can do about salvaging our nation.
But what have you made of that party? You came 5th in the last election.
And she will tell you what. I came 5th in the last election, and only God knows what will happen in the next election. But tell you what, Shehu.
You think you can defeat the government of the day?
Shehu will tell you what.
Without the coalition and the opposition coming together?
Shehu, you know what? I will rather stand alone with a few Nigerians who are clear about what they want, who are clear about what they want to do, who have got integrity, who are focused and determined to actually rescue Nigeria, than be with a bunch of people who have failed Nigeria, who have destroyed Nigeria, and who are looking for an opportunity to continue to loot this country.
But when you say they have all failed Nigeria, but they're decent, they are good people, you just paint every one of them with the same brush.
Let me ask you a question. If you know that you have entered a vehicle, right, with about 6 people, and you know that the driver of that vehicle is a known criminal, right? That all the antecedents say that he's a criminal. If you have any good intentions, if you're a man of integrity, will you join that vehicle? Shemo, you know the answer to that question. You will not. There's no one who has genuine intentions who will say, I want to be in the same boat with these people who have failed and who have destroyed Nigeria. The question I'm asking you, and I'm asking all Nigerians, are you saying that in a country of over 200 million people, about 100 people who have consistently failed Nigerians are the only people who can do right by Nigeria?
To wrap this up, you are not backing down.
I ask you a question?
No, I mean, I asked the question.
Yeah,
it's a rhetorical question.
This is a question you as a Nigerian can answer.
No, because I'm a journalist. In this sense, I'm not supposed to answer that question.
No, you can as a Nigerian.
No. But I mean, that my job here in this moment,
you agree with me that Nigeria has not worked for the last 30 years, right?
Well, I mean, it's for
I hear you say that every day. Actually,
it's for the Nigerian people.
No, I hear you say that all the time. So you agree with me that Nigeria has not worked for the last.
If I'm answering you, that means I'm pandering to your narrative.
If you say that all the time, so you know that
I'm supposed to stand in the middle,
and that these are the people who led Nigeria for the last 30 years, and that these are the same people. Sheun will tell you something. We can joke about this, but I tell you what, Sheun, Nigeria is bleeding at the seams. People are actually suffering. These people have failed Nigeria, Sheun. I feel sorry for my children. I feel sorry for the ordinary Nigerians, Sheun. They have a bleak future, a very bleak future. Their future is more bleak because they can't look forward to a tomorrow, because when we talk about tomorrow, we speak about these people. That's what makes this a crying shame, Sheun. Other nations laugh at us. They see us at a critical time like this when we should coming up with fresh ideas, new faces, bold people. We speak about men of yesteryears, men whose energies are failing, men who have had nothing to offer in the past and who expect to perform miracles going forward. The world is watching us. The world is laughing at us. You see what's happening in America? They are revoking our visas. They're not letting us come in. You see what's happening in Dubai? You see what's happening in Doha? The world is saying, you know what? We cannot continue allowing you guys to fail. Go and solve your problems. And that means every Nigerian man and woman of firm mind should be patriotic and stand against these people and say enough is enough. We need to rescue our nation.
We need to go. So you are going ahead with that lawsuit?
Absolutely.
You are not backing down?
Absolutely, Sheun. Absolutely.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. Mr. Dumebi Kachikwu is a presidential candidate of the ADC in the 2023 presidential election. Thanks so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thanks, Sheun.
I appreciate it.